here in Europe today use that irregular means to travel. But we want to do one thing, that is we want to use we want to talk about how can an African brother or African sister in Kenya, in Gambia, in Ghana, in Togo, Mali, anywhere, Senegal, anywhere in Africa, to learn how or to try to start thinking how to travel in a regular means. This is our purpose. This is the reason why today we're here. We want to talk about regular means. So being the case, today I have a very important guest. Important in a sense that, she had a life experience about regular means of traveling to Europe. She got this opportunity to travel to Europe through regular means, not like what Mr. Sonko did, not like what Mr. So and so did. That is because of frustration, because of hardship, because of so many push factors in Africa, we use irregular means, commonly known as back way, to travel to Europe. But a sister here, an African sister here today, very determined, intelligent, intelligent, who use other means, that is regular means to travel, who process went through a process and procedure to get a visa to travel to Europe, So today we have, our guest is Seni Bacha. Seni is a Gambian, but I will leave her to introduce herself. Seni, you are welcome to Radio RFM. Can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. I really appreciate it. My name is Seni Bacha, and I'm from the Gambia, Brikama, and I'm living in Tübingen. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Seni, for that introduction. Yes, Seni is a Gambian who is living in Tübingen, in Baden-Württemberg. Of course, most of you will know where Tübingen is. Like I said, Seni traveled through regular means. When we said regular means Seni use visa way to have a visa. Ways and means to have a visa to come to Europe, but we will give her the chance and opportunity, platform for her to share that experience. It's more or less, Seni, it's more or less you sharing your story with our brothers and sisters, because there are so many Gambians, Kenyans, and African women, girls, whom they might be inspired today how Seni make it to travel to Germany through regular means, but not irregular means. So Seni, what is the name of the program that you use to travel to come to Germany?
Well, the name of the program I used to travel to Germany is called Au Pair. It is an international program, a worldwide program that you can use to travel all over the world. It's an easy way to travel, actually. So that's the way I came with this. Easy, it's not easy, but if you want to travel, you can do it.
So definitely yes, and nothing is easy when it comes to traveling to Europe, more especially. Yeah, you are very right. I agree with you. It's easy, it's not easy. Yeah. Definitely, Germany there are a lot of bureaucratic stuffs like that. I know what you mean, my dear sister. So basically, you use Au Pair to come to Europe, to travel to Europe. How did it start for you? Do you went through a visa process? How did the whole issue start for you? Do you have somebody helping you, an office or an online platform where you register? How do you do it?
Okay, actually, this is not my first time traveling to Europe, to Germany instead. I once came for a 6 months course in 2019. So after that, I went back home, and my visa was expired because it was Corona period. And I could not able to come to made it back to Germany. So I was online, and then I saw something like Au Pair, and I was just trying to see if it's going to work for me. It's just trying online. I was just sitting one day home, and I just try to log in to register. So all I did was I went to my page, aupairworld.com, and I registered. After register means you put in all your information.
Yeah,
like
your details.
Your details, and after doing that, and I saw one family. Like I wanted to come to Tübingen because I once visited Tübingen. I have a mom in Tübingen, so I saw one family. So I talk to them, I text them to open my page. You have access to do that even when you register.
Okay.
So when I did that, they was like, okay, we need an au pair. So what you will do for us is you'll take care of our kids because they had 2 kids before, and we'll pay for your transportation. Like that depends on the kind of family you made. I mean. So they said you look after our kids, but you'll go to school and you'll stay with us, and we will feed you, and also you have your monthly allowance. Like, so that's what I did. I keep on communicating with them. So, but what they asked me, it means the basic German.
It's important.
In the Gambia, it's not easy to, but still, I went to school.
In the Gambia. That is the language school.
The language school.
So there is a possibility to learn language
Of course.
Yeah.
It is a basic language.
Yeah, basic language, yeah.
So when I went to school and I did 3 months in school, and then I went to my neighboring country in Dakar to do my exam, IELTS exam. Luckily, I made it. So when I made it, they sent me my contract. After sending me the contract,
the family send you the contract.
Yeah, they sent me the contract.
Okay.
Actually, after sending me the contract, they sent me the social facility room, the insurance.
The insurance, yeah.
Insurance, and what I have to do is I have to write a motivation letter. I mean, to convince the embassy that I have to come home after 1 year, because it's a 1-year program.
Okay.
You have to come home. You have to tell them you must not come home, but you have to convince that you are coming home.
Yeah.
Because there is a possibility there is things to do after OPA, like FSJ. You can do FSJ or BFD.
Okay.
It depends on how you are integrated. So I wrote my motivation letter. I went to my English teacher.
Yeah.
In my senior high English, so we wrote together, and I find an appointment to the
embassy,
and I did it myself.
Wow.
Yeah, I did it myself. Actually, you just have to go to German embassy appointment system and then book an appointment for yourself. So I did it. I went. It was not difficult actually. My interview was like, who is your au pair guest? The guest mean that your host family,
yeah,
your mom, dad, and the children that you will be taking care of, their names and their age and where they are living actually. So that's all. So in 2 weeks I got my visa.
That was in Senegal,
Yeah,
right?
that was in Senegal. In 2 weeks I got my visa, but it is important to find an agent.
Okay.
Again, that will be between you and the
Family.
Also between you and the
Embassy. Okay.
Yeah. So the is very easy. You can go to Facebook and find an agent. I did not pay for my agent. Maybe my family did, but I did not pay for my agent.
Okay.
It's because my family. I mean, they are very, 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 very.
They were
very
open
good.
for you to come.
So
they were waiting for your
yeah,
arrival
they are
in
happy.
Germany.
Yeah, that's it. So that's it. I had got my visa, and then I came. So my 1-year program was okay. I went to school. I did my IELTS again. I repeated it and asked by behind in my au pair period.
Okay.
So yeah, so I had the opportunity, because in the morning what you have to do is to take the kids at school, come go to school, pick them up, be with them before their parents will be back.
I see.
Yeah.
So basically, this explained to us that there are process and procedures that probably one need to take care of.
Yeah.
Like in the Gambia, first of all, like at the beginning of introducing you, I said you are determined, and here you are proving to us how determined you are. Yeah. You yourself, this is what most of the African youth should start thinking about.
Yeah.
We should initiate things. We should be determined to to use the internet in a best way. Let the internet don't influence us to do wrong things. So basically, what happens to you, if I get it right, is like you yourself, take advantage of the internet you are having. Look into it, possibilities of traveling into Germany. There comes this opea.com. And you register through this opea.com.
I did it myself, and I mean, in the Gambia, I could fully understand, because it is very rare I have never seen anyone that come with opea.
From the Gambia, it's very rare.
Yeah, even when I went to the embassy, they was like, Gambia, opea. I was like, yeah, why not? So that's it. So
yeah, absolutely. So this is like, you see, it's everything about it is motivation. Everything about, in life, everything starts from somewhere else, and start with somebody. So basically, of course, somebody who I have access to many Gambians, or in contact with many Gambians. When I heard your story, when I heard you explaining your story, it was so amazing, because I know, yes, this is possible, I know this is happening, but I have never seen a Gambian trying to come to Europe through au pair. So basically, your story is so, it's important for your sisters, to understand that there is another way that they can travel to Europe, not only the back way, So
there is so many ways. Like after then, I knew, after coming to Germany, I knew that there are some ways again, like FSC or BFD is also a voluntary service that you can apply to a lot of places, or either you go to the in the hospital or kindergarten or just anywhere that is.
So basically, if I understand you, when you applied the au pair, you went through your visa processes and procedures. You got your visa from Africa, traveled to Europe. During your au pair, first, one important thing is, like, you give them some service, that is to take care of the kids and live with them like a family, more or less, because you are living with them.
I live with them.
Yeah. So and during that process, you give them that service, live with them like a family, and equally you got the opportunity to learn the language.
Yeah.
So there was a time you were going to school.
Yeah, of course. It must be, au pair family must take you to school.
Okay.
It's a must, and you must have two days free, and also you must have 1 month holiday.
So it is a contract that include almost all these details.
Of course, I mean, they must pay for your school. They must give you your monthly allowance. They must give you a SIM card when you come, and they must take you to school.
So it is actually in your contract that you have to be properly look after. They have to pay a school for you. They have to pay you a monthly allowance. They have to feed you. They have to give you accommodation. So I think this is, yes, more or less, this is very good. And
that's the reason that you need to have an agent, because I mean, some people, I had a friend that changed family twice.
Okay.
It depends on the family you are coming. Some might be okay, some might not be okay. So if you had problem with this family, the agent, you have to contact the agent. Like if you want to change family, so you cannot just jump from change family. So that's why it's very important to have an agent that will guide you through your au pair period. It's not easy. Au pair is not easy. That's true. But also, it's an easy way for you to come. Why I say it's not easy? Because you are living with this family for 1 good year.
Yeah.
So, and you are taking care of them, and Africa, our mentality and here is two different things. You cannot just shout on children, or you cannot just beat them. Anything, you need to bear. You need to, especially the younger kid that you are taking care of. You need to just bear.
So it's another experience.
You can have a bad experience, you can have a good experience, but I have a very fantastic experience.
Wonderful.
I mean, they are still paying for my school. They pay for my holiday after serving them for 1 year. They paid for my holiday. My au pair family still paid for my school, and they are still helping me with whatever I ask them. Even I don't ask them, I will just sit, and then they just provide me with whatever I want. They just put money in my account. Or there was a time last year, my mom just called me. It was like, our roof went off. So I was stressed, and they was like, okay, we can help you. They have to roof all my mom's house. So
in the Gambia.
In the Gambia. So it depends on how you treat them.
Yeah.
I mean, I was very patient with them. Even I am not allowed to stay with the kids for a weekend. But sometimes they was like saying, you know, we want to go for a weekend, like husband and wife, they want to go, and they was like, oh, can you stay with them?
Kids, yeah.
Yeah, so I will stay there. Even now, I look after them. Even after moving on.
Yeah, after completing your program, you move on your life in Germany.
So I still go there. I visit them. I stay with the kids for weekend, or they come to my house for weekend. You know, it depends on how you treat them.
Definitely, and that's life in generally,
Yeah.
Seni. Because you know, as human beings, you know, respect is mutual. You know, what you know is give and take.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
it's patient.
so you were patient with this family.
I was really
you were more or less a family to them, not just somebody giving a service or in return receiving a payment.
Yeah.
You live with them like a family,
Yeah,
a very friendly environment, and you take care equally. What I understood from you, definitely, if you see them, you know, if you see that they really like you, it's because you have been good to their kids. You know, you have a good rapport and relationship with their kids.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's important. Anybody who is trying this or who will try this or who is even already as an au pair in Germany or in Europe, you know, it's good for them to understand that you need to be nice, you need to be obedient, you need to be respectful.
It's just 1 year, then you just move on with whatever you want to do. It's just 1 year. So what I do advise, I mean, it's like I said, it's not easy, but still you can do it, and it's an easy way for you to come. Why not? You can still just be patient for 1 year and then do whatever they asked you to. I mean, it might not be in your contract, but still, if you do it, what will happen to you? You won't die or do anything.
Absolutely. So after your so how long is the contract? Like, is there a specific year or month that you need to spend or do as an au pair?
Yeah, it is 1 year program. It's a 1 year program. But I had friends that normally do 8 months, or it depends on you. You can terminate the program and the contract anytime you want. But also, you need to have another contract. I'll be, you know, German. You need to have another contract. But what I did was I completed my program.
Okay.
After completing my 1 year program, I did FSC. We will volunteer service.
Okay, so we will come to that. Like after your contract, what can you do?
Yeah.
How can you try to convince the system, the house letter behold the system here that you need to stay? We will come to that later. So before going to that, we will have a short commercial break. You know, listeners, our viewers, please stay with us. I am here with our sister Seni Bacha, who will take us through to her life experience in German as au pair.
Only underground radio station.
This is Radio ARA. This is all the hits. We are number one on entertainment.
Check this out, ladies and gentlemen listening.
Music.
We take care of your music needs.
Interviews.
Are you ready?
And Diaspora Chronicles.
Keep listening for more.
Oh yes, it's 99.2 FM. Radio ARA, your station, your solution.
Only underground radio station.
Number one for today's hits and all-time favorites. We play every hit.
Sicky, why you looking for me? I ain't shit, your mama shit.
This is the one for fun and entertainment.
I don't leave my cars in her house cause she keep that.
Rockin' with the best. Nothing but the best music.
Doja mi, inani doja mi. Magoli anafunga na mwita goja mi. Fisi, boja mi. Nataka nigalie napenda sofa mi.
Nipe nikupe kwenye El Clasico. Kabla kufunge lazima chenge sio.
This is the one.
Nje kaka dengue uskio. Napenda dude na pepe.
Mimi napenda stamina, anataka mahinya. Yosema nyama so nyama kanyama ni akima. Ametoka umoina, anataka itina. Lakini papi tuko ndani anazama kwa kina.
Megonga dakika, kasistisha pita. Supa na bakita, kagomtuke na chatisha. Singo za Jackie Chan, chizi na pakita. Hamna kubakisha
From the past to the present, across the world, experience quality radio on Radio ARA.
99.22 FM.
I dey cut a cut when them kill Sovoma. I dey try to buy moto, Toyota Corolla. My feelings been they swing like Django Lover. Feelings been they swing like Django Lover. Now you crash your Ferrari for Lucky Bona. Now so much you make with that pain all over. My feelings today swing like Django Lover. Feelings today swing like Timbani Kachuru Achuru. I'm a white dog in Fenisu. Why you say I did nothing for you when if I do anything you want?
Thank you, our dear listeners, for staying with us. Please, like I always said, continue to share the platform. If you are watching us right now in Instagram, share it with your friends so that our brothers and sisters will learn from what we are sharing here today. If you are in Facebook, do the same thing for us. Always share our programs. Always share the platform. We want Africans, the migrants in Germany, to be connected to this radio station. This is ours. We have to take the ownership of it. We have to do our utmost best to inform each and every immigrant in Germany to know about Radio RFM. Together we are strong. So stay connected, my dear brothers and sisters. So before our commercial break, we are talking about a life experience that a Gambian sister went through. A very fruitful experience for that matter. A experience that yield a dividend, a fruitful experience for that matter. Today, she is here with us all the way from the Gambia. She used her determination, resilience, that, well, I can make it as a girl. This is what is important. Some of our dear sisters in Africa, sometimes they easily give up. You think that our parents will do everything for us. You think that somebody from somewhere will come up with ideas, initiations to give you everything, to spoon feed you. Sometimes it's okay, but then most of the times it's also good. It's also good, and to try it by yourself. To try, always try. More especially now we are living in a digital world. A world that there are so many opportunities there waiting for you. You just need to knock the doors. You just need to go for it. This is exactly what this sister here with us did. She was so determined. She really have that resilience that I am going to make it. I don't need to go through back way like what Mr. Sonko did and others. I have to use other means of traveling. She took advantage of this internet. This internet we use just to shout in TikTok, to make things she just use another way, that is to make her own research, to see that where are the possibilities, how can I travel, and she got it right. That's how she get to this opea.com. So our dear sisters, even brothers, please, yes, we are not stopping anyone to travel. We are not asking you don't go to back way, don't take it, but what we are saying is we are here to also inform you a smart migration. There is a smart migration. Check into those things too. There are possibilities to travel through regular means. So here again, Seni, welcome back. We have you here again. So after your 1 year au pair, after your 1 year, living with this family, and of course you continue to live with them, but I mean, after your 1 year of service, according to your contract, in normal circumstances, according to your contract, you should go back home.
Yeah.
When you wrote your motivational letter, you convinced the embassy that I will go back home.
Of course.
But
that's the only way they could give me this.
Yes, but the beauty part is you did not commit any crime, because the point is, any country you go, there are other rules. This is what I said. There are other rules and regulations that can also protect you.
Yeah,
to prolong your stay. And you are so intelligent, you're so wise to choose that way. You come legally and you still have your stay legally.
Of course.
You did not after 1 year I don't want to go, you just jump yourself into asylum.
Yeah.
No, you use other regular means, Germans laws to back yourself to stay. there are programs that after you au pair, even in your contract you should go back, but there are other programs that you can use to stay. This is now what I want us to talk about. So after your one year, what did you do? Why are you still here today? Legally.
Okay. So, in my 10 months in my au pair, I have to search what are the other possibility for me to stay.
Look how smart you are.
So I wanted to extend my au pair at the beginning. I mean, because I don't want to go back. So I saw on the internet that you can do FSC or BFD. It depends on BFD. Yeah. So I have to write Bevamu. Yeah, I have to write motivational letter and send it to different places. So luckily, I found one. It is an Altenheim, old people's home.
Yeah.
It's also a 1-year program that you can stay. So I also had a contract with them, and then I started my FSC. Yeah, it's also a 1-year program. So I did my FSC for 1 year. It was great. I mean, I'm a simple person, so anywhere I go, it's always good for me. So my FSC period was also great. It was the difference between FSC and au pair is FSC is a full-time program. I mean, you need to work 8 hours.
8 hours. Yeah.
It's a full-time program
per day.
On au pair is like 6 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours. It depends on the family. Sometimes the mom, one party will not go to work, and he or she will ask you to stay. Then I will handle the kids also. But FSC is a full day. It's a how do I say it? Whole day program.
Whole day, yeah. So basically, for the episode, you have to, if you apply this and you are granted, you work, like example, you were in a Altenheim, doing your episodes there for 1 year, right?
1 year.
So, which means, like weekly, you have to go to work almost every working day for 8 hours.
Mine was Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sundays you were off, for this episode.
Yeah. So what I did was on Monday to Friday, I go to work from morning to after like 3 o'clock. So I use the opportunity to go to school in the evening for my language, because I knew that after my FSC I must further my education. That's the only way that I can stay.
Again, another smart move from a sister. Thinking that, you always think, this is good to always try to, in order to defeat the system here in Germany, you need to always think and act smart.
Yeah.
So there are laws, there are regulations that can easily support if you think and act smart.
Yeah.
You can even defeat the system, this tough bureaucratic system. We always have our way legally to defeat the system, and this is what you were doing. You always think what is my next step. You don't sit and wait till your paper get expired, or till your au pair get expired, or your all your program get expired, and you start crying or looking for help. So this is excellent.
That's true. So that's what I did. I went to school. I used to go to school in the evening for my best buy, and so after my 1 year, I'm now on my studies.
So you see, this is again determination comes in again. You were doing that episode walking. You could have been me enjoying my money without not learning the language, without not concentrating so much on the language. But and this is troubling so many of our dear brothers and sisters here. When we come, we enjoy this German money, this few thousand or 1,500 euro we got after tax. So many people forget to learn the language. So we concentrate so much on having that money, help myself, help my family, develop, build a house, whatsoever in Gambia. You forget that language is a priority. It's the stepping stone for your integration here. This is how smart you are. You think of, after 8 hours of work, you're still thinking how to learn the language, Sini. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
No, seriously. So after your you did this 1 year. in Altenheim.
Yeah, I did.
Walking.
Yeah.
And
so again, my 10 months before my episode will
get expired.
I have to look for another contract, and that is I either extend my episode or do my studies.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I think my language is now okay for me to
start
my house building, my studies. And I was like, okay, what do I do? So I was working in the Altenheim.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to work in the Altenheim. I don't want to do flag also.
Yeah.
So one of my friends is also doing houseware stuff. It's like house management.
Yeah.
So I contacted them. It's an Jungersheim where kids are staying. Kids without parents is either they cannot live with their parents or these migrants on the age.
Yeah, Jungenamt. Yeah.
Jungersheim and then I went there, did 2 days practicum with them on weekend. So I was like, okay, I think it's
a good place for you.
I think I would like there. So yeah, I also wrote Bababun to them and they accept me.
Look at that.
Yeah, so
and that's where you are right now.
Yeah, I got another contract there, 3 years contract with them. So after finishing my FSJ in Altenheim, I finished my FSJ in June. So July and August, I have 2 months. Because I finished my FSJ in August, I have to start my house building in September. So in these 2 months, I either go home or do something.
Yeah.
And it's very rare to have a contract in 2 months.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went to the place that I'm doing my house building at. I told them that I need 2 months practicum. So the reason I wanted to do it because I need to be insured, like to have my social facility.
Yeah.
You cannot stay in this country without it.
Absolutely.
So I talked to them. They was like, okay, then you can work twice a week or three times a week, so that we can insure you and you'll have your pocket money with us, and we'll also cover your social your insurance. So that's what I did. I did 2 months practicum with them, and then in September I started.
You see, Seni, one thing very important about your case is you are always very careful with the system.
Oh God.
You know, you always try to look, you know, because in Germany here, like, these are some of the loopholes that the system can trap you, get you deported, or ask you that, well, you got no other chance here. You know, sometimes they don't open doors again for you, you know. So, but you were so careful, you know, you were so proactive, you know, to get hold of the whole system by yourself. This is not easy for some of us. You know, remember, here is not your country. Remember, this is a language that you know, everything is new for you. It's completely different from where you're from, the Gambia. But with all that, with your resilience and determination, Zeni, you defeated them so wisely, for that matter. So now you are in your house building.
Yeah, I am.
You just started your house building in September. Tell us, like, how is this? You know, of course, I know as a beginner, it's always like hard, but then you are determined, Seni. Tell us how you rocking this house building.
Okay. It's okay for now. I mean, I think, like you said, it's determination. I mean, it's not easy, especially my first week in school. You have to do everything for yourself. You know, in the government, the teachers were like, you know, you have to do this, or you have assignment. But you have to look on your app. You have an app that you need to look whether you have your assignment or you have your homework, your thesis. Yeah. So I was like, I don't even know which teacher is. If, like, for instance, we have, let's say, home economic. Yeah. So if the teacher comes, I was like, who is this teacher? You have to find it by yourself. Yeah. Who is this teacher and what is he? The
subject area.
It was so difficult for me. I mean, for us all, but I think it's okay. As a begin, when we start for the first time, it's difficult, but now it's getting.
Exactly, Seni. And it's not only you. Let me tell you, I just want to encourage you. all of us in one way or the other started this way. So house building, the beginning as a foreigner is never easy, more especially when it comes to this, it's a different environment, different way to land, and more systematic here, more of research, more of computer, whereby in your country, in our home countries in Africa, we are more of practical,
Exactly.
Teachers are different, education way is different. So I did not blame, the same thing happens to many.
Yeah, that's true. And about the computer, I now knew that it's very important. When these 2 months after completing my FSC, my mom is a very good mom. I love you.
Mom Zeni is saying she loves you so much.
Yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. So she was like, I think you have a lot of time because you are only working 3 times. I advise you to do computer course. So this is how I also did my computer course in that 2 months. And it's very, very, very helpful because now you have to do everything by yourself. You have to write your beliefs. Whatever you do a day, you must write it.
Yeah.
Even in the school, you must write it. Whatever you do, you must write it and set it. So now I knew that how important it is. In the Gambia, it's like we always do it for fun.
Who cares? It's always who cares?
Yeah, we always do it for fun, like I'm going for a computer class or so, but now I knew how important it is. So I also did it, and now it's beneficial for me.
Yeah, exactly. And house building, the beginning, like I said, it's never easy for many.
Yeah.
Even like I came here in 2016 and 2017 I started my house building. It means after a few months I started my house building. It was so tough for me. More or less, my German, because I was doing kinderpädagogik at SIA. When I was doing so different, I mean, pedagogic was too much for me at the time. Sometimes I sit in class, I nearly want to cry, and I was a teacher in Gambia, but it's a different thing, completely different, So when I started, even to structure myself, my fellow German students helped me. Like in Gambia, I have a bag. And each bag there is an exercise book for maths, English, science. And here they gave you a file. And not books, but file. And each file you after a lesson, you have to take that paper, put it in that file. Like arrange it in a way that I cannot even understand at the beginning. So that takes me 2 weeks before I understand that every subject after the teacher come, I have to pack that file. Before the 3 weeks, I mix up every paper. And when the teacher is in the class, when I know it's example, something else, this subject, I have to. People will start learning. I am searching. So I get you, my dear sister. But it's all what? It all comes back to determination, resilience. Understand. Don't give up. Let that don't turn your head that, well, I cannot make it here. No, you can make it. Just be patient, resilient, determined, and the system and everyone around you will help you. That's why your lovely mom told you that, computer is important. Try to do a little bit computer of 2 months.
Yeah, what I did, and it's very helpful.
So, Seni, tell, all these things we're talking about is, yes, you migrated from Africa to come to Europe. And thank God, you more or less defeat the system. Now you have your, you have your permit. You are staying here legally. And after your house building, what do you think? What next for you? Are you what next for you? What are you thinking? I know a lot of money will start coming after house building. Yeah, buying Gucci's and stuff like that. So advise our sisters. You work hard, and at the tail end you will enjoy. Now Seni is, you're free. You have that free mind. You're not thinking about deportation. You're not thinking about duldung.
No, I am not.
So tell our sisters how important it is for them to concentrate on themselves, not only life, but concentrate on yourself too. Concentrate on the language. What will you advise our dear listeners?
Well, the only thing I can advise is determination. I mean, it was not easy at the beginning for me too, but as I said, the one thing I knew, I will never go against the law. That I know.
Perfect.
So I think that's the way. That is the reason that I am going forward.
Thank you.
I really don't want to go against the law, and then later it will be a problem for me also. So all I can say is go to school. My dear Gambian brothers or African brothers, go to school, learn language. I mean, it will be a beneficial to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you will have your permit. You will have your work. They will never think you will never be in the deportation system, and you will enjoy. You will live your life in Germany or wherever you wanted to go. I mean, after here, there is possibility for you to move so whatever you want to
anywhere
do.
you want.
So, but you need to start. And I promised myself. I came to Germany in 2021. So I promised myself in 5 years. We need to have our zeal. What you want to do in these 5 years.
Exactly.
I wanted to do all my education in these 5 years, and I did my FSJ in 1 year. And I did my au pair in 1 year, FSJ in 1 year, 3 years in house building. That will be my 5 years in Germany. And my 5 years I will be done, like with my education. So what is left for me to do is to enjoy.
Party.
I will party. Yeah, I will enjoy.
My dear sister is ready to party after 5 years mission.
Yeah, so is that what you'll do? You can apply for your passport, and you can... I have zeal to do. I mean, I will get married, have my kids. Still, they will be paying me. I'll be legally in the country. So you see, you need to think about, tomorrow, not today. I mean, it's okay. You can party. Even me, sometimes I do. Go and party.
Yeah,
it's okay.
it's normal.
Yeah, but also, when it's time for party, you party. When it's time for school or work, you go to school or you work.
Yeah.
And tomorrow you will enjoy it.
Absolutely.
That's all I can advise them. Go to school, learn the language, do your house building if possible, do it, and you'll never regret it one day.
Oh, when your mom watch this again, she's going to be so proud of you.
Oh, she's really proud of me.
she's so proud of you. So listening to you today again, advising your fellow African brothers and sisters to take these good steps, to be resilient, to be determined.
Yeah,
and one important thing you said is you never think to go against the laws. And so which means you look, Seni, you are giving a life support to many today. This is what some of us are missing. And it's important we encourage each other. It's very important we share our personal experience to our brothers and sisters. This is a life experience that if many Gambians, Nigerians, Kenyans, Ghanaians did exactly what you're doing today, many might be free or be out from this deportation dilemma.
Yeah, and to make good use of the internet is very good. That is the reason I am sitting here today. Make good use of the internet. Like I said, I found my family in 1 day. I was sitting like a regular sitting. I was sitting, and I found my family 1 day, and I talked to them in the same day. That's why I came to Germany. Also, there are some people that I know they won't have someone to advise them also, but there are some. I also go through some difficulties. Like if I do not know what to do next, I rather go to our house and then just go randomly and ask them, what do you think I should do?
What next for you?
Yeah, they do advise me. I know they will never advise me wrong.
Yeah.
So they do advise me. There was a time that during my au pair, I did not have an appointment in the Ausland. It was 3 or 4 months long. So I have to have my appointment. It must. I either have it or go home. So I have to go there. Like I do. I go there every single day to find an appointment. So I just went there one day. The one lady was like, "Okay, you are always here. So why not you just find an appointment for me? Like not 2 or 3 weeks, and I have to come. If not, I have to go home because if I don't have an appointment for my next contract, and it will be bad for me. I was like, okay, if I go home, it will be difficult for me to come back because I have to go back to Senegal and process it and everything, and it will be difficult. And this FSJ, you can also come through FSJ in like through FSJ from the Gambia. But that one you must have ASY or BINs. I mean, you can do it.
Yeah.
There are people coming, and the people that I went to school with in my INs, they could not have the opportunity to come through au pair, but some came through my help, and also some came through FSJ, and they are still doing their.
So Seni, my last questions for you would be: are you open? Are you available, ready? If an African sister or a brother who wanted to know about this au pair need an advice, a guidance and counseling, Seni, are you ready to give them that free service to let them know how to go about it? Are you ready for this?
I am 100% available. I am 100% available. I mean, I started the program, I mean, in my TikTok, talking about au pair.
That's how I bring you here.
But it's always annoying, you know,
Yeah.
because, I mean, some will not believe you. Some will like, okay, if that's the reason, why don't you bring your family or so, you know.
Mentality, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I still, but still,
good.
I still talk to them how you can do it, how you register and how you can have a family.
Thank you.
Talk, and some are coming to my service. Some are
Thank you very.
I will be grateful to help. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Seni. Thank you so much for being here with us today at Radio RFM. My dear brothers and sisters listening anywhere, you all heard what our beautiful sister explained her story, her life story, why she is here today, and how successfully she is today in Germany. There is a possibility. How I will conclude this topic today. Brothers and sisters, not only irregular means of traveling, but there are possibilities of regular means of traveling. Let's also think about that. Let's be motivated. You know, maybe many of us are using irregular means of traveling because we were not informed about regular means of traveling. So being the case, we are very happy to have our beautiful sister here today, with a very detailed, important chat. Of course, a family discussions for that matter. Thank you very much. And our dear listeners, thank you. Till next time again, we will continue our program next week, Sunday, again from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, The Immigrants.
99.22 FM.
Why you say I did nothing for you? If I do